Well, the season finale of American football all comes down to one final game, the Super Bowl. It is the most watched sporting event in the United States. Now, last year, 2024, nearly 124 million people tuned in across all platforms, making it the most watched Super Bowl to date. And with that many eyeballs on TV screens, social media companies are shelling out record-setting amounts to buy crucial advertising time. Consumers, too, are gearing up for the big day. Okay, some 203 million people are planning to watch the Super Bowl. About 20% are tuning in just for the ads. Joining us to take a deeper dive into the Super Bowl spending, Abadi Ismail, NFL Sports Commentator, and on DAZN, a podcaster on Touchdownline. Abadi, good to see you.
Thank you for having me, Sean.
Okay, so millions ready for the Super Bowl, advertisers, no exception. And as the story just told us, a whopping $8 million for a 30-second ad spot. Man, that went up quickly. I mean, these are some pretty sharp prices for such a short time. How successful are these ad companies, and what do they want to get other than word of mouth?
Great question. Honestly, spending $8 million for just 30 seconds sounds outrageous, but for many companies, it's worth every penny. The Super Bowl is the biggest advertising stage in the world, and it draws over millions of billions of viewers within 3 hours lifespan watching the game. So it's an instant reach to everyone like no other in TV, not a single TV show that can match it. So the success for these ads is not just about the immediate sales. It's all about brand awareness, cultural impact, social media buzz, and some of these buzz, they go virals for days and weeks and maybe lifetime. And I'll give you an examples. Think about those classic Budweiser Clydesdale, or the Game of Thrones and the Bud Light commercial, or the Coinbase, the QR code that was buzzing over the screen for 60 seconds with different lights. It made the app crash during that time. And also, I'll give you more and more example. Amazon with Jeff Bezos, when they try to have, when Alexa loses her voice and Jeff Bezos come in and he's like, oh, don't you worry, we will have a replacement for Alexa. So there is a lot. And the most famous one, Wendy's, where is the beef? So there's a lot of commercials.
Well, wait a minute. What about that Apple spot back in the 80s? Remember that had that? That was one people still talking about, what, 35 years later. Okay, now the earlier in the game, the more expensive these ads are. And the companies that buy these ads are some of the biggest known. You talked about some, Uber Eats, Squarespace, Budweiser you chatted about, and they're full of celebrities, and people just want to watch and talk about this. So what kind of influence do you see these ads having on consumers?
Absolutely. For some people, they're not there for the Super Bowl. They're there for the halftime show, and they're there for the commercials. And it's all about the ads. So companies, they know this. They studied this. So they go all out. They bring A-list celebrities, 5-star celebrities. They bring humor. They bring nostalgia. They even bring emotional storyline just to make an impact for their commercials. So what does that have to do with the Super Bowl ads? It could create immediate sales spikes. And I'll give examples like Doritos and Pepsis and Budweisers and so forth. Or you could have traffic going to your app or to your website. And you just mentioned Squarespace, Uber Eats app, and so forth. But the biggest one is the stock market reaction. Like Pepsi's and all of these big giants companies, you see this, their stocks, they bump up, they just go up high at that moment. So not every ad translates to more spending, but it does have a significant impact to the consumer, to the watchers, in every different life, in every different scheme.
Yeah, now the big concern is a blowout, because then people are going to tune out. How much are they worried about that? And secondly, I have to use the word inflation. That's something that nobody wants to hear.
Yeah, well, the fact that inflation is hitting everyone's wallet, not just ordinary individuals, but also companies. And the impact will be felt at the Super Bowls, because you're going to go to the grocery store, you're going to go shopping, and you're going to get some chicken wings. Chicken wings are no cheap. No. Americans spend or eat more than 1.4 billion wings in Super Bowl. Think about that pricing of chicken wings and meat. Think about the beer and alcohol, Casa Azuls, the supply chains having an issue, increasing production, and also that replicate on the coast, and says coast is just going up. Chips and dips, also avocados, as you mentioned in your report,
All right.
they have gone price way too high. So that's just on food. Think about takeout, home, TV streaming services, TV cost.
Sure.
All of these have an significant impact because of the inflation. The inflation is no joke.
Yep.
It's hitting everyone.
Abadi, you have 15 seconds. Tell me your prediction on the game. Who's going to win? What's the final score?
You can't bet against Mahomes, but we have the dark horse here is Saquon Barkley. So if I want to bet between both, it is Saquon Barkley year. Go Birds.
You know what? I'm with you on this one. I don't want to see a three-peat either. I don't know why. I just don't. Okay.
It's everyone against the whole United States of America against the Chiefs Kingdom this week.
Okay. Abadi Ismail, can't thank you enough. Good luck. Enjoy the game this weekend, my friend.
Thank you so much.